Pope to seminarians, enter into the prisons of existential suffering. In his address to seminarians from Spain the morning of 16th of November, Pope Francis urges them to avoid material power or applause and endeavor to be courageous, impartial and tireless in bringing God's mercy to the people. Enter into the prisons, not only government prisons, to offer those incarcerated there the oil of consolation and the wine of hope, but also into all those prisons that lock up men and women in our society, ideologies, morals, those that create exploitation, discouragement, ignorance and forgetfulness of God. With these words Pope Francis addressed seminarians from the Spanish dioceses of Pamplona y Tudela, San Sebastián, and Redemptoris Mater, received an audience on Saturday 16th of November in the Vatican's Consistory Hall. Welcoming around 40 young future priests from the Iberian Peninsula, Pope Francis recalled how a seminary is a place to learn the importance of redemption and to be a living image of Jesus, a Redeemer with a capital R. Visiting prisons a priority. Several times the Pope encouraged them to visit those in prison and become involved in that ministry. He recalled how ever since he has been a bishop, on Holy Thursday he visits a prison and washes the feet of inmates as they are the ones who most need us to wash their feet. The Pope recalled on one occasion he was washing a woman's feet at a female detention facility, and as he was about to move on to the next person, she grabbed his hand and said in his ear, "Father, I killed my son." The Pope underscored the inner dramas affecting the consciences of those who live in prison. And when you become priests, go to the prisons, it is a priority and you also will feel the question arising in you, why them and not me? Referring to the prisons not only physical but above all mental, emotional and spiritual in which one can find oneself incarcerated, the Pope repeated that one receives priestly anointing precisely to free prisoners, those who are locked up without realizing it by so many things, culture, society, vices, hidden sins. Docile to the Spirit. The Pope then recalled the meditation for the preparation of future priests in the Gospel of Luke that encourages us not to be afraid to face the temptation of an idolatrous ministry where we are at the center, seeking material power or applause, and that instead calls us to docility to the Spirit to pass through the desert to encounter God and to empty ourselves of so many things that weigh us down. Again, like Jesus when he went to Nazareth, aware that in the eyes of the world he was no more than the son of Joseph, one like us, the Pope urges us never to forget these roots, to be sons of the people. He said that in our apostolate we cannot make preferential distinctions between people, even more so if they are strangers or even enemies, because in the eyes of God we are all children. He added that when we look at our bro,